Hey guys, it is Christian here, and today I am going to review Nomadland. So Nomadland is directed by Chloe Zhao and stars Frances McDormand and David Strathairn. So I actually saw this movie on the New York Film Festival. I took a little trip there, and this is the only movie I saw today. And I didn't know how to feel going in because I hear the movie's kind of slow, and I've kind of been mixed on slow-paced movies. Like, I wasn't really a huge fan, never really, sometimes always. But I loved The Farewell, so I wanted to see how much I would like this movie, and I gotta say, I loved it. I love this film. It's entered my top 10 favorite movies of the year so far. It's currently at number 3. Tenet's number 2, and then of course my number 1 favorite is Palm Springs. And I'm not sure if Palm Springs will really be top this year, or because that movie's just so great. But Nomadland is just fantastic. Well, so let's get started with the good. And the greatest thing I could say about this movie is that Frances McDormand is amazing here. She probably gives one of her best performances to date. And I think before we get into the award conversation and stuff, let's just talk about the good, the mixed, and the negatives. I also thought that David Strathairn was good. I really liked his role in it. I thought the direction by Chloe Zhao was amazing. This just makes me more excited for Eternals. Please come out soon. Well, it's coming out in November next year, so guess we have to wait for all year to see it. But this movie just makes me more excited to see Eternals. The cinematography is just gorgeous to look at. Definitely. I think it has decent production design, and a really great screenplay. Let's go on to the mix. The mix is that the pacing is a little bit slow, like a lot of these Oscar movies. But it's kind of a mixed factor. But the movie is still a masterpiece nonetheless. Let's go with the negatives. There's not really any negatives for this movie, so let's get to the Oscar talk. Best Picture, it could easily win. I think Trial of Chicago 7 might beat it out, but Nomadland is just so acclaimed. It has a 90 on Metacritic. It's going to win Critics' Choice, obviously. It's the most critically acclaimed movie of the year so far, probably. It has a 98 on Metacritic. That is really good. Director, it's just going to get director at this point. I still think David Fincher is going to win for Mank, but I think Chloe Zhao could win. Frances McDormand is probably number 2 for Best Actress right now. I do think Viola Davis is doing more with her performance in Ma Rainey. David Strathairn is kind of maybe. He does have a small role in it. I'm not sure if he's going to need more screen time to get nominated, but he could probably get nominated. Screenplay, adapted screenplay, winning. Cinematography, could win but Dune also has beautiful cinematography. Based on the trailer, so Dune could win that. Maybe it could get production design. I'm not sure if it's gonna get production design. Personally, but it could. So overall, Nomadland is just a masterpiece of filmmaking. Not one of my favorite. It's far from my favorite movie of all time, personally. But this movie is still great nonetheless. I definitely enjoyed it. It's probably one of my biggest surprising movies of the year because I didn't really expect to love it that much. But I adored it. I actually think it might be better than The Farewell, unfortunately. I love The Farewell, but this movie is great. So overall, and I definitely loved it. I do think it is going to be a big player at the Oscars and stuff. I think it could win a couple of them. Critics' Choice, it's gonna sweep Critics' Choice. It's always gonna win Picture. But I said the same thing about Parasite because that was the most critically acclaimed movie of the year and it didn't win. And instead they gave it to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But Nomadland just feels more like a big contender. I do think this is probably number 2 for Best Picture behind Trial of the Chicago 7. Mank could also get nominated for sure. Nomadland could definitely be my number 1 to win Best Picture any day. Like any day it could move up to number 1. So, with all of that said, I'm going to give Nomadland a 10 out of 10 and an A+. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me, what did you think about Nomadland, if you have seen it yet? Please do not send links to dating websites or inappropriate comments, since you'll get blocked from my channel if you break any of these rules. So, with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Also, tell me what Oscars you think this movie's going to get, how many nominations and wins it's going to get. So, with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and bye!